We are the Falcon nerds.
Are students really benefiting off of online classes? What differentiates high-performing students with the low-performing students? So our hypothesis was we believe that most crucial factors of learning a new concept is complete understanding of the concepts and applying the knowledge to solve problems. A big chunk of learning happens through online lectures. So we believe that online lectures are an essential part in internalize new concepts and ideas. So this is why we decided to focus on the media views page for the competition.
A new column called solve ratio, which was a metric to measure the average attempts needed for each question to solve it correctly. So for example, if a student tries to solve 10 questions, but attempts 20 times to solve 10 questions, the solve ratio would be 2 and the accuracy rate would be 0.5. We can see that there is a negative correlation for solve ratio and a positive correlation for accuracy rate. To find that there was a high peak of density at 0.5 for accuracy rate and 2 for solve ratio.
This tells us two things about the students taking the EOCs. There are students that understand the material and are able to do well on the EOCs without having to try again. And there's another group of students that doesn't understand the course material well and is relying too heavily on the try again button to get a good EOC score. Have a larger pool of questions, so when you try again, the students have to answer different questions and not just copy the answer from their previous attempt. And solution number 2, have AI rephrase the question so that it doesn't resemble the questions from the previous attempt.
So our first step was to identify which students were doing good on their exams. Therefore, we divided the dataset into 3 categories based on their EOC scores. The first group was the low 25 percentile group, the middle group, which was the 25 to 75 percentile, and the high 75, the 75 to 10%, 100% percentile students.
Media views.
We plotted the overall density for video watch time. We were able to find that most students didn't watch the videos or watch them completely. What's really important is that students watch the videos partially. Watching videos partially shows lower EOC scores. This can be found by identifying the violin plots for each 3 demographics. We are able to find that the low 25 percentile of students watch videos much more partially compared to the high 75 or average students. Completion rates do matter. We can see that the majority of students watched through the whole video or didn't go through the video at all. Therefore, we can conclude that students who perform well watch through the whole video, or students who perform well do not tend to watch the video. So does this have an effect on the EOC score?
So we calculated the averages, and these are the procedure. We have 1,625 students in total. So we calculate their averages for EOC score, engaged times, and try to gain clicks and proportion video and time.
Observation number 2. Over here, we have a heat map that shows little to no correlation between EOC, portion time, and proportion video.
There seems to be little to no correlation between these 2 values. What's important was that we were able to find that students with a higher score tend to watch videos more than students who didn't watch videos completely. So what we were able to find that was high EOC students have a lower density of students who watch videos partially, have a small proportion of students who don't watch videos at all, or have a greater density of overall average watch times than others. This is the opposite for low EOC. So students who do not engage with videos are having a hard time getting better scores at the EOC questions. For high EOC students, they know all the content and do not need to rely on the videos. Or if they're watching the videos partially, they're reviewing or refreshing forgotten topics. This is the opposite for low EOC students. This is evident by checking the standard deviation of each count. We were able to find that students with higher scores had higher participation rates compared with those lower scores.
Solution to this would be to add timestamp questions. We break the video down into multiple sections, and after each section, you would display MCQ questions that would focus on the main topics talked about in that section. And the benefits of this would be enhanced engagement. Timestamped questions break the video content into digestible segments that keep students engaged throughout the video. Active learning. By prompting students to pause the video and answer questions at specific points, timestamped questions promote active learning, encourage students to think critically about the material being presented. Better comprehension. Pausing the video to answer questions lets students reflect on the process, reflect and process the information before moving forward, which leads to better comprehension of the material.
So to summarize our main points, the engagement of videos have been shown to be crucial for raising the EOC. In order to solve this problem, we suggest to add additional tools into course kata that encourage focus and understanding of the content provided. Thank you.